All right, Shalom. This is Gamal Yalla out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all Akim that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. Coming at you with a quick lesson. All right. And this is going to be concerning the topic of rape and warfare. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of people, because they're emotional, okay, they like to, basically use their emotions to demonize the scriptures, okay, when in fact rape is something that's common amongst warfare, all right, and in the ancient world, that happened, okay. All right, you have something what's called spoils of war, all right, which we're getting ready to go into. But this is a article that a brother found off of a site, and I'm just gonna read it, all right, because me and the brothers, we just were on the subject of rape, so the Spirit led me to do a lesson on it. But anyway, it says, rape in the Bible. Rape is one of the most heinous crimes imaginable. All right. Yet few people know that the Bible often condones and even approves of rape. How anyone can get their moral guidance from a book that allows rape escapes me. All right. Perhaps they have been lied to about the Bible and carefully detoured around all the nasty stuff in the Bible. All right. So it says, so grab your Bibles and follow along as I show you all the nasty rapes that your priests and preachers don't tell you about. Note that in many places in the Bible, there are references to taking a wife. Don't be fooled into thinking that these were voluntary marriages. This first quote clearly shows that that murder and force were used to take these wives. All right. So, all right. Now they're right on a few things. All right. The fact that in the scriptures that it refers to taking a wife. Okay. They're right on a couple things as far as the fact that rape is in the Bible. Now, what they're wrong on is the fact that they're using their emotions, okay, to read the scriptures, okay, talking about how it's a heinous crime and how it's immoral or whatever, and that's when emotions come into play, okay. So anyway, let's get Wikipedia. This is wartime sexual violence. All right, let's go into it. It says wartime sexual violence is rape or other forms of sexual violence committed by combatants during armed conflict or military occupation, often as spoils of war. Okay, so let's go into that spoils of war. Okay, a spoil is to strip someone of clothes, strip a slain enemy. Okay, to plunder, pillage, to rob. Okay, arms taken from an enemy. Okay, these are spoils of war. That's basically a reward. Okay, that's the reward of war. Is you gain their possessions. When you take down a particular nation, all right, then you take their possession. And a woman, and that also goes to prove that a woman is a possession. Okay, it's because after they kill all the men, all right, they take the women, okay, as a possession as well. Okay, and the women, it wasn't it wasn't like today where you have women feminist movement, where the women would sign petitions and try to buck up against the men's authority. No. This is the ancient world where it was a man's world, okay? All right? So back then, okay, women they didn't have no authority or power okay, once the men were gone, all right, they had no choice, they had no option or choice but to, to go with the side of the men that won the war. Okay, they didn't have a choice. Okay, all right, but it says, spoils of war, but sometimes, particularly in ethnic conflict, the phenomenon has broader sociological motives. Okay, all right, which they go off right here. Wartime sexual violence may also include gang rape and rape with objects, and they go off right there. Which that's something that does happen in today's time. But that's not something that the Israel engaged in the ancient world. Okay, all right, we didn't do that. Okay, we took their women, and actually, as a matter of fact, we had laws as far as the spoils of war. Okay, all right, even after you take down a particular nation, you actually have to give it a certain amount of time before you pop their women. Okay, all right. I'll keep going. During war and armed conflict, rape is frequently used as a means of psychological warfare in order to humiliate the enemy. All right, yeah, because it is a psychological thing. Okay, because when you take another nation's women, okay, you taking their possession. Okay, so it's psychological, and what goes to show you that it's psychological is the so-called white man did that with the Negroes during slavery. Okay, all right, they took the Negro women and raped them, and that's why Jake is so emasculated until this day, is because they've had their women taken from them. That's why even the so-called white man are that's why they are best friends. Okay, all right, so with all that, let's get into the scriptures. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 20, and I started 12. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. Yeah, because when you read up, all right, in this chapter, it basically goes into how every nation that you deal with, they have to be in subjection, okay, unto the Israelites. All right, any nation that the Israelites dealt with, okay, they have to be made tributaries unto the Israelites. Okay, and we weren't to make league with any nations. Okay, we were to be our own nation and to rule over the heathen nations. Okay, but it says and when the Lord thy power, so in verse 12 is saying if they don't want to make peace with you and they want to war against you, all right, verse 13, it says, when the Lord thy power hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword, but the women and the cattle but the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoil of thine enemies, which the Lord thy power hath given thee. That's right, because the scriptures, all right, there's such a thing as righteous anger. Okay, all right, the Lord will allow the Israelites to take down nations and to have their women as a reward, take their possessions, their women, okay, their gold, their food, okay, and they'll take these things, all right, and that goes to show you that the Lord is just, okay, because all these nations did that with us, so it's just war, it's not, you can't get emotional when it comes to war, okay, that's just how things go. When if you have enemies and another nation takes down one nation. Okay, you basically, it's a very simple concept, you know. But these people, all right, these Americanized people, all right, you know, they get in their feelings, okay, and they don't, because they don't understand the scriptures, okay. They're going according to their own logic. But anyway, thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations. Okay. Now let's get Numbers. I believe it's 31. Okay, this is Numbers 31 and 8. I started 7. It says, and they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew all the males, and they slew all the kings of Midian, beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi, and Rechem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also the son of Beor they slew with the sword. Okay, verse 9. And the children of Israel took all the women of the Midian captives and their little ones, and took the spoil of their cattle and all their flocks and all their goods. Okay, and we read what that word spoil is. Okay, that's the reward of war. Okay, because what do you get out of war? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, if you go to war and you don't take nothing, you know, you just say, all right, well, you know, we just gonna, you know, that was fun. You know, that was fun. We just killed all the men. But then you don't get any reward. Then you know, what's the point of that? That doesn't even make war fun. You know, that takes which is not fun, you know, but that takes the reward out of it. That takes a whole aspect out of it, you know. All right, because the reason why people go to war is to either take over a land, okay, take over a particular region that they want, or it's over resources, okay. All right, and those are the two reasons that you know, two of the top reasons that nations will go to war. Like I said, it's over land occupation, you know, a land dispute, or it's over resources. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, this is an instance where the Israelites took. You know, they basically killed all the Midian males and took the spoils as the Lord commanded them. So it goes to show you that the Lord ordained these things. Okay. All right. And this is just how it is. Okay. You can take your feelings out of it. All right. Now let's get Ezekiel 40. Ezekiel 40, and I believe it's, if I can find it. I think it's Ezekiel 29. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'll just go to the next one. That's okay. I'll go to Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. 16. Okay. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That's right. So the Lord is getting ready to restore, the Israelites' goods, okay? Because we've been spoiled and robbed and murdered, okay? Pursuant to Psalms 83, all the nations basically, conspired against us, all right? And were in league against us, all right? So in return, all right, they're gonna be a spoil unto us, okay? We're gonna get their spoils, all right, in the kingdom of heaven, all right? And we're gonna, after the elect comes down from the chariots, okay, the elect is gonna, go around and take all these different nations' riches and take their different resources and all that, okay, and they're gonna be under total subjection, okay, all right, like the Lord intended, just like how it was intended to be, all right, but right now it's just the heathens, the so-called white man's time to rule, all right, so the heathens have the power, but pretty soon the Lord is gonna put the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, he's gonna put you back in power, okay, all right, so let me think if I had anything else. That was pretty much it. All right, I'm gonna close on that. Just like a brief examples of rape and spoils of war in the scriptures. All right, Lord, really will edify. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double lines to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.